y'all, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Shelby, aka Simply Shelby. Welcome back, or if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name's Shelby. Today I'm going to be showing you how I take and edit my photos from home. I feel like with quarantine, with us all being locked in at home, you know, we're trying to step up the at-home photo game. At least I am. So if you want to learn how I kind of take and edit my photos at home using free editing apps, particularly on an iPhone, this is a video for you. I would love it if you subscribe, join my Shell Squad, give this video a thumbs up if you're feeling my vibe, and turn on the post notification bells if you're, you know, wanting to see my face more. So let's get into the video. Okay, so first things first is I set up my tripod here, which you will see. This is my tripod and I have my iPhone connected. So I'll link this tripod also down below. I bought it off of Amazon, I think for like $30–40. It's like one of the cheaper ones, but I feel like it does what I need. It has like a ring light here, and it has like a self-clicking timer, or like a clicker. So that's really helpful. So I would say get a tripod. And for me, I like to use a white wall. Now I wish I had a better white wall at home, because this one, it has like this trim at the bottom, which I don't really like. So normally I take my photos like above waist, so I don't see the trim. So I have my phone set up. I got the clicker here. We're just gonna turn it on and make sure it is connected to the phone. It's pretty easy. It says, you know, iOS or Android, whichever phone you have. So mine is iOS, so I'm just gonna set it up. And now it's clicking already on my iPhone. So what I do is, like, I wanna get the angle right. So let's see. Normally in the daytime, I don't use the ring light on the phone because it ends up being way too bright. So what we're gonna do is find the right angle first with the photos, and I like to put them on portrait mode. So right now I'm just trying to find the angle first, which I think right here, so I'll show you really quick. So on the iPhone right now, I have it set up where like the trim is not showing too much, like you can kind of see it, but mostly it's going to be on this. And I like to set the camera to portrait mode, studio light, because I want it to look as best as possible. And then I do self timer, and then that's when the clicker kind of comes in handy, or you could press and click. So I'm just going to set that up right now, which is putting it on portrait mode. I like it facing me. You might get better quality when it, you know, doesn't face you like the other way. It's going to be better quality, but I like to face me because I want to be able to see what I'm doing. And then I'm just gonna set up the timer. So I like to do about 10 seconds. And then we're just gonna take like a tester shot first. So I'm gonna click, and it's getting ready. And you know, I'm just gonna do like a little pose. And that pose, she is kind of gross. So like, I'm just gonna look real quick, but yeah, she is kind of like she's not ready. But anyway, so that's how I take the photos. We're going to take some photos really quick, and then once I figure out which ones I like the most, we are going to edit them. So let's take some pictures. We need some coffee. Okay, so now that I've taken the photos, I'm like, I don't know, I'm like a shy girl, so I like taking the photos at home. If you feel like going outside and taking your own photos, you know, you could take your tripod with you and go do that. But, you know, I'm just shy, so I don't want to do that yet. Plus, it's cold here. Like, I live in a really cold state, so it's very cold, and I'm not trying to freeze my, you know, A off while I'm out there. So this is why we do it from home. Plus, it's safer being at home, you know. You just, it's less problematic being at home, you know what I'm saying? So now that we've taken the photos, I'm just gonna kind of share my screen really quick. And I hearted the ones that I liked. So some of them I really don't like, some of them I do like, and it's just, honestly, with taking photos, like, I'm not a model, you know, I like taking photos for the gram and try to make my feed as nice as possible, but I ain't no model, so taking photos, like, she needs some work, and I don't know, but taking them at home makes me feel a bit better because then I can, you know, control what I do. So I think for funsies, I want to do like edit one of the fun ones or just like more normal. Anyways, let's do this. So I want to edit this fun picture. So that's the one we are going to edit. And now I'm gonna show you guys the first app. Sorry, my thing is like crazy. So I'm just gonna show you. So the first app I'm gonna be using is, I believe, Picsart, which I like to use first, but a lot of times these days with my photos, I like to turn down the exposure typically. So I do that first in like the iPhone editing app. So first we're gonna just turn down the exposure slightly and then maybe turn up the sharpness a little bit to add a little bit definition. So we have that, and then I'm gonna press done. Then what I'm gonna do is go to Picsart, which Picsart is one of the apps that I really, really like. It is a free app, and we are gonna go to Picsart. You gotta go through these ads, but it's pretty much free unless you pay for like better, what is it, editing capabilities. So we're gonna find my photo that I wanna edit, and we're gonna do like the fun one, because I don't know, I like the serious face. Like, I have an RBF face, but in general, I can't do like a serious face for photos. So we're gonna go with this fun one, and I like to do the effects, so kind of saves my most recent ones. I like Stenciler, and it adds like the cool, like, I don't know what it's called, like radio kind of vibes. So I fade that though. I don't like to show it too much, so I fade it to add a little bit, and then I'm gonna apply that. Then the next effect I like is noise. So we're gonna go in with some noise, which is kind of similar to like a grain, and we're also gonna fade that as well because I don't want it too much. And then I'm gonna crop the bottom because I don't like the trim there, so I'm gonna crop that, apply. And then now we have this photo, and I feel like it's pretty good. Sometimes I'll use like the beauty tool if I want to, so maybe I'll do like a little bit of auto. But I don't do full on, like I just do a little bit. But I feel like this one, like my face is whatever, like, you know, I can't really see my pimples too much. Let's look, like a little bit, but no, I feel like my makeup's helping me pretty much. And I don't like, what is it, Facetune, like my body and things like that. So that's what that looks like. We're gonna apply it, and then I think, so from Picsart, that's normally what I do. I use those two filters that I really, really like. Maybe crop it, maybe do a little bit of like retouching, and then now we are going to save it. So I'm gonna download the photo, and the next one that I like to go to sometimes is VSCO, which sometimes I'll either use VSCO or Picsart depending on what type of vibe I want to get. VSCO is good like if you want to turn down the exposure as well, which here will like go down all the way and then go back up. But sometimes I just go in VSCO and do like a little bit more of exposure because I feel like the exposure in VSCO is slightly different than the like iPhone one, which is, I don't really know how that works, but yeah. And then I sharpen it a little bit, and then I will go in with the grain tool on VSCO and kind of go in a little bit with that because I like the grainy feel. And then we are going to just save it to camera roll. So now that we have that, sometimes I go on Snapseed, but I feel like I haven't perfected Snapseed yet. And sometimes you can like move it up. What I do is I expand the top, which never looks perfect because here, this wall, there's this line here. Now, if it was like a plain white wall and nothing else, I think the expand tool would work better. But I use the expand tool, that way I can just kind of crop it later and just crop it out. So we're just gonna expand, but see, as you can see, like the lines kind of show. So sometimes I do it a couple times because I am not the pro at the Snapseed yet. So anyways, we're just gonna leave it like that. That way I can kind of crop it a little bit higher than normal maybe. So we're gonna export this as well. don't mind that. We're gonna just do export, which saves a copy. Oh, Manny Mua. And then what I like to use at the end, once you're done with your photo, let's say you have a few photos and you want to place them. What I like to do is there's this app called Unum, I think, U-N-U-M. Say that 10 times fast, tongue twister. I'm not gonna do that to myself. But I like this app called Unum, which is like a photo layout app. So I'm just gonna delete these bottom ones so I have more space. But basically, it kind of gives you a feel of how you want it to look on your feed. So here's my picture, and I'm gonna add it there. And see, like I said, like because of Snapseed, it made it bigger at the top, but then that gives me more room to like adjust it. So let's say I wanted to adjust it to fit in my grid better, then I'm just gonna pull it down, press save, and see how that looks. And I feel like it looks better. I might even crop it down a little bit more just to get more of the photo feel. So let's crop it down a little bit more, press save, and that's how it's maybe gonna look at my feed. I might adjust it a little bit more with the colors depending on how dark I want it to be, but this is the app that I love to use for just mapping out your feed, because I feel like to get the aesthetic feed, you really gotta kind of map it out and think about it. Like some people are probably super good and do it like a month in advance. I just kind of take the photos in like a weekend and then play with it there, which I wish I did it more in advance, but yeah, this is what I use. So the main apps I use are Picsart, VSCO, the iPhone apps editing itself. I use Snapseed and Unum, and I mean there's so many other free apps out there, but those are the ones that I use, which I'll link down the names below in case that you want to get those apps for yourself for your iPhone. So that is how I edit my photos. Honestly, like it's pretty simple and it's kind of up to you. Like I go for more of a dark grainy type of feed, but if you want like a nice vibrant type of feed, that is up to you. But you know, if you're trying to go for that type of feed, but also these apps are just great for editing and the different filters they have and just the different fun things. Like Picsart is a fun one. Like you can crop yourself out, add cool stickers in the background, change it up like that. There's so many free apps out there. And I feel like on Instagram too, a lot of times, like in Reels and stuff, people say like best apps to use. And there are honestly so many out there. So I wouldn't say I'm an editing guru, but I find it fun to use the different apps and things like that. Like some people really want more natural feeds. It's really up to you. I like to do like the darker grainy feeds. So that is what I use to edit and how I take my pics at home. So I will be linking everything that I did use down below. With that being said, that is how I take my photos at home and edit them using free apps. It's quite simple. I feel like anyone can do it if you have a smartphone and things like that. It's pretty easy to do and, you know, pretty budget friendly than like hiring a photographer or getting a really, really fancy camera. I feel like phone cameras are so much better than they used to be. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't already, I would love it if you know, follow me on Instagram to, you know, be along my fun like little aesthetic journey. I'd love it if you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and, you know, enjoyed the content. If you subscribe to my channel, it means so much to me. Join my shell squad. Love it if you joined, and turn on the post notification bell. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Comment down below, you know, if you're going to use these steps or if you already use these type of apps to edit your photo, or if you have any tips or advice for me or anyone else in the comments who want to step up their at-home photo game. I would love it if you comment that down below. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!